Previously on Gears.
Anyway, listen, welcome to the show. Let's get kicking it off because there is so much excitement in Gauteng at the moment. Summer seems to have arrived back because it's such a glorious day here today. But this coming weekend is the Gauteng Motor Show, which is taking place at the Swartkops Raceway in Pretoria. And joining us, we've got Glynis from the Gauteng Motor Show, and we've got Jim McFarlane from Supa Drift. So welcome to Gears on Balls Visual Radio. Glynis, very exciting, and it seems as though this is going to be the biggest and the best Gauteng Motor Show as yet.
Definitely. Believe it or not, it's entering its 10th year this year. So
Really?
we acquired the show last year.
Yeah.
And we feel we've pulled out a few stops and we've ignited it and we've given it a bit of the stick that it needs. And probably it will be, we'd like to think, the best to date.
What's the weather like for the weekend? Have you checked?
I've certainly checked. I've done a 15-day forecast, and I've been doing that for the past 15 days. As you know, you have to.
Yeah, and it's
Tension
looking...
rains. It looks fab. A little
Good.
chilly in the morning, but,
But
that's
okay.
not a big deal. As long as there's no rain.
Yes.
That's the main thing.
Although,
I don't know about the drifting. They might like the rain.
Well,
but,
I was going to. We'll get Jim in a short while. Tell us a couple of things. I mean, listen, you don't want to spoil the whole surprise, but I mean, there's been so much publicity around it already. But tell us a couple of things that are new for this year.
Well, basically, this year we've incorporated what is a brand under the Tebe Exhibitions banner called Atomic Junkies, and that's obviously all your adrenaline activities. So with our partnership with Jim and Mikey and obviously Excess Promotions bringing the drifting element, we've incorporated the FMX Bike Stunt Show, which is going to be sponsored by Red Bull, which is a very exciting part of the event. It was touch and go whether it was going to be here, but here it is. It is going to be happening. And we also have got the BMW CCG Club Racing Series, which is the first year it's ever been held at Swartkops. So obviously something that's very new and demanding, I suppose, for the BMW enthusiasts, and they'll be doing their stuff around the track. And yeah, we've got quite a few, obviously the Mercedes-Benz driving hot laps. We've got the drifting series, which is a big part of the event. I think that's a big draw card no matter what you say. You know, people are into that sort of thing. And one of the elements that we've introduced this year for the VIP hospitality packages is an opportunity to be one of 20 on Saturday and Sunday, although Saturday is sold out, to go around the track in a drifting car with one of the drifting champs.
That
is
cool.
Just awesome. So, yeah, I think if people haven't booked their tickets, they can get the information on the website and obviously have a look at the opportunity there.
Because, I mean, I would love to go around in a drift car. I just, unfortunately, always the guinea pig. I never get given a chance. I just have to stand there and watch them do their stuff. Hey, Jim.
I'm not even going to try and reply to that.
Jim, it's great to see you again in the studio. Welcome again.
Thank you.
Very exciting to have Supa Drift and your crew this weekend at Swartkops. But now, are you going to be utilising the whole track at Swartkops, or where are you going to be doing it?
It's actually quite exciting because we're going to be going in reverse.
Oh, you other way around?
We're the other way around, and I got to explain to you that is the fastest entry for any track in the country. So we are going where you would normally come into the final corner. That's where we start.
Okay.
And then we go into the second last corner and carry on around the
You're going to
tabletop.
go up the tabletop.
We enter that section at 140, 150 kilometers an hour, but we're entering it sideways. So I'd love to put you in that car because you'll scream like a little girl. But you brought it up. But it's going to be a whole bunch of fun. I mean, there's going to be smoke. It's going to be sideways. And what Glynis was saying earlier, we're also running the freestyle motocross. That's what we've been doing for the past 10 years before Supa
Which
Drift.
is brilliant, by the way. Brilliant.
And I've got to explain to you, as brilliant as that is, it's not only just a normal, freestyle motocross show. It is an X Games jam, X Fighters jam.
Oh, yes, okay.
Because the X Fighters is coming here later in the year.
That's correct.
And they're now utilising Gauteng Motor Show, which is an incredible platform for the X Fighters jam. So if you think you're going to see some freestyle motocross, you're not just going to see some, you're going to see some of the best freestyle motocross this country has to offer.
Now, where is that going to take place in terms of the layout of the circuit?
Well, I'm going to use jargon now. It's there by the ZOC building.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so if it's at the
No
top
idea
section.
where that is.
No idea. But it's at the top section, so it's where all
Where
the
the Mercedes driving is.
exactly,
Okay,
all
the
the
tabletop.
big grandstands are.
Yeah,
So you're
yeah,
not
yeah.
going to you're going to have the best views, and we're making sure that instead of it being sort of there by the main straight, which is a little bit difficult over the pit wall, it's there by the grandstands.
Brilliant.
Red Bull coming to the party in a big way, so big ups to Red Bull.
Nice one, Red Bull. Glynis, what time does everything start? And I mean, let's first go with the dates. Is it Saturday and Sunday?
Saturday and Sunday,
All
first
right.
and second. And it opens at 9 o'clock in the morning,
All right.
closes at 5. And it's really an action-packed all day out. There's just
No,
no
for
ways.
sure.
I mean, how can you choose to go to one part of it and not the other?
Well, I think this is the amazing thing about it is, I'm surprised that you still call it the Gauteng Motor Show as opposed to just be the Gauteng Amazing Motor Experience. Because it's not really a motor show, is it?
Well, it's traditionally always been a motor show.
Yes.
So this year is the first year we're obviously incorporating more of the adrenaline side of things.
I like that.
And what is nice this year is we've obviously got the city of Tshwane behind it.
Brilliant,
You know how you
yes.
talk about Pretoria? Well, now it's Tshwane.
Yes.
So importantly, the city came on board. They have come on board as our destination host for this year, which is really awesome because there's just so much to do in that city, and it makes sense because the raceway is where it's located, and many people, when you talk about Tshwane, it's kind of like what is, where, who and how. So yeah, from that perspective, awesome.
Now, in terms of the motor show side of it, yes, you've told us about the BMWs, we've got the Super Drift, we've got the bikes, etc., etc. Are there cars that are on display? Are there new launches of vehicles?
Yes, there in fact are new launches, one of which I can't disclose because it's actually going to be launched at the show. Snooze, yawn, demanding.
Give us a clue.
It
got 4 wheels.
Yeah, it's got 4 wheels.
Oh, the new Merc A-Class. Did I score?
No.
Cockballs. Oh,
Splat. So that is a new element. And obviously we've got
Nice.
some of the classic car shows. Now,
Yes.
I don't think you can ever have a car show of any kind without some classics. And we've got some really interesting ones. I mean, some people are quite tight-lipped about what they will be displaying.
Mm-hmm.
But we've got Alfa Romeo who's on board, which I know you
well, I
really
mean,
passionate about.
well, now you're going to have loads of people coming.
Yeah, so there's probably about 6 car clubs that are
Oh, beautiful.
represented.
Yeah.
And we've also got a solar-powered vehicle, which is coming through to the show this year, which is an initiative brought to you by Sasol. So that's going to be
Oh, I
interesting
know
to
that
see.
car. Yeah, that's clever.
Very clever. So, obviously we would love to have had some of the dragsters, but unfortunately, it's not possible with the track as it is.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the track just doesn't. It's not long enough for the drag things or whatever. But I think the drifting makes up for it because
Without a doubt.
got a tire sponsor there, Jim.
We do, thanks to Achilles. So Achilles tires.
Okay, because going around that track is going to wear
You burn rubber. Yeah.
a couple of sets.
Yeah, rubber's important for us. My mom always said you need a good rubber when having fun.
Ah, there we go. That's why you're such a good boy.
Yes.
My mother always said, if you're not in bed by 10, go home.
Exactly.
Yes, that's
So
why.
we got the same thing.
Yeah. Glynis, all very, very exciting. What does it cost? I mean, are there family packages? How does it work?
Variety of packages. So we've got 85 Rand for an adult, 65 Rand for a pensioner, 45 Rand for kids, and we've got a family ticket, which is 2 adults and 2 kids for 225.
Jeez, that's good
And
value.
people can buy the tickets on site, or
Okay.
they can buy it in advance now to avoid the queues at web tickets.
Okay.
So there's no excuse really. And at the end of the day, if you're not there, well, sorry for you.
No, it's terrific fun. And I mean, Peter Dutoy runs a really great operation there as well. And I'm sure he'll have a lot of his classic cars on display as well.
Yes, there are a few, although a lot of them are actually going down to one of the rallies, unfortunately, over the
okay.
same weekend. But there are a few that will be around. And obviously, always never forgetting the aerial entertainment. We've got the Mazda Zoom aerobatic
Oh,
display,
yes,
which is
okay.
happening on the Sunday, and also a Harvard flyby.
Stunning.
And also for people who love the air sort of element, we've got the Huey helicopter.
Oh.
And if that is not available, because it's a once-off, delightful experience. If that's not available, we've got the standard helicopter ride, so people can get an idea of flying over the area and what
Stunning.
you're seeing down below. So
The Hueys, I hope the Huey's there because
So
it's
do we.
just something very, very special. I mean, listen, it sounds like it's just a brilliant weekend of fun. Besides the drifting that's on track and then the freestyle motorbikes and the BMs that are on track, is there anything else that's going to be on track?
we've got the suicide rides, which obviously Jim and Mikey are also
We
putting
don't
together.
kill you. It's just the name we've given to the ride.
Nice one there, Jim. Yeah.
Yes. So
Go for
I'm
it.
not sure how many people, what they are getting themselves in for and what they perceive the name to be. But hey,
Are you taking people around, Jim?
We are. So
No, but you personally.
Yes, I am.
All right. If you're going, try not get Jim.
we'll make a note of that in our
Try
side too.
get Jim.
Well, we've actually got it's split up into two different sections. So on the main track, we've got the high-speed rides.
Okay.
So if you're fortunate enough to be one of the VIPs going into the high-speed rides,
What cars? Before you go.
it ranges. It
Okay.
really does range. We've got 350Zs, we've got
Camaros.
R34 Skylines, we've got the big 6-liter Chev Luminas. But like that Skyline is like a 900 horsepower Skyline. We've got Nissan S13s, S14s, turbos, V8s, you name it. So a couple of the
Fantastic
guys
fun.
have decided that they will partake in taking the suicide rides for VIPs. But then on the go-kart track, at certain times in the day, we open it up to the public to enter and come and take a ride on the go-kart track. So it's not the high-speed
Yeah.
third, fourth gear, it's second gear. But let me tell you, on that little go-kart track,
Must be amazing.
it is even more entertaining.
Well, exactly. I mean, you just sideways the whole way.
It is awesome. So if you
Might throw up. Just a warning.
We've had
You should
that.
go in it, Daisy.
Yeah, but I'll only go if I can go with Jim.
Perfect. All right. I
But it
think
makes
it's
it more exciting if you
that's a
throw
great
up,
idea.
doesn't
You
it?
should go with Jim and then ask Jim to teach you.
just don't throw up in my car.
No, I won't. Don't
wear,
worry.
Just wear a full face helmet.
Ew.
You get
Well,
the aftertaste.
hey, I'm more concerned about Jim's car. Sorry, Daisy, but cars are quite important. Listen, it sounds like a terrific amount of fun, as you say. Tickets available, web tickets, or you can buy them from the little caravan at the track. The great thing also about Swartkorps over the last year is the access.
Definitely.
They've widened those roads. It's actually such a pleasure to get in and out of Swartkorps.
Yeah, the road has been widened, so that's a big plus, especially on the way going out, in and out. And we've also done a traffic system where it's a one-way traffic flow.
Great.
So coming into the venue, and you're actually not going to be purchasing your tickets traditionally where you used to at the caravan by the road. The main entrance for visitors is actually once they've parked, so they'll be directed into the venue, parked, and then they walk through to the visitor entrance, which is obviously
Okay.
at the top section,
Yeah.
which is much better idea. Obviously, when they leave, they go out either on the emergency exit or right down to the bottom of the gate. But all
Terrific.
very well controlled, and I think it'll be a big plus going forward.
Well, listen, I think it's going to be the most successful Gauteng Motor Show. I'm very, very sorry that I can't be there this year, but I have to go and sit on the beach in Mozambique, which
Well,
is really
beach
tough.
or riding
sucks.
with Jimmy, beach riding with Jim,
Well,
tough call.
Well, I mean, I've known Jim for so many years. He's still never taken me for a ride. I don't understand.
As many times as I offer, he still never
I'm
has
still
time to
there.
come.
I've never.
I've even offered to take him and teach him how to drift. Look, he knows how to drift, but maybe refine the skills.
Well, I need lots of refinement.
I've even offered to take his daughter.
I know. It's
Wow.
unbelievable.
It's not right.
I'm just a shocking friend.
Well, I'm going to take you up on the offer.
Yeah, we'll come and do it one day. Listen, Glennis, we wish you all of the best. I hope it goes terrifically well. And Jim, also to your guys as well, be safe and just have a great weekend.
Thanks,
As
yeah, we're
always.
looking forward to it. And obviously, if anyone wants additional information, our website up and running, www.gautengmotorshow.co.za. Every bit of information you can possibly want is available.
Yeah, and you're on Twitter as well.
Definitely, and we have a Facebook page, so please like us. We send a lot of updates and feeds through that, so really important.
Yeah, get involved. The Gauteng Motor Show this coming Saturday and Sunday. Swartkorps Raceway up here in Gauteng. Go along. It's really is going to be a treat. Thanks for listening.
Weekdays from 12 to 2 p.m. Central African Time.
Beautiful.
Gears with Sasha Martinengo on balls.co.za.